I'm going to have to edit that first part out. What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Dad's Life Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Flack 2.0, and in tonight's show, we're going to be talking about Monster Jam. We had Monster Jam come to the Bay Area this week, so we went in and took Makana to see it. This will be his second Monster Jam. We'll go ahead and talk about that tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about our little boy Makana, because that's my little guy. Dad life updates. Do a quick Phat Guy Fitness update. We're going to be hollering at our homie, and actually we're going to be talking about the wife and the wife's new venture, so we're going to go ahead and give her a shout out, kind of garner some support, some excitement for the next thing that she has in her little bag of goodies going on there. And then I don't have to pay out a bet, because it's not a bet, but it was a challenge that's accepted. So I'll get into that here in a second, but before we get started in today's episode, let's go ahead and take care of some business. First and foremost, if you're new to the show, thank you for taking time out to go ahead and check us out here. My name is Sean Flack. If you want to know anything or anything else about me, and you can find all the content that I'm doing, not only the podcast, but also the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube. You want to see anything and everything that I'm working on, have my little greedy little hands in, go ahead and head over to SeanFlack.com. That's going to be the website that you see posted. If I can do this right, it's in this corner if you're here live on Mixer.com/Sean_Flack. Wednesday nights at 9. We'll usually get the show started. Again, if you are here, you're looking up there at SeanFlack.com. So you have links to everything, including the podcast, including the YouTube, including the Twitter, including the Facebook, and all the different ways that you could talk, get in contact with me, talk to me about dad life. And, that's obviously where the blog is. So there's a bunch of blogs. There's a streamer spotlight and a bunch of different other topics that are on there that relate to my journey, my dad life. So again, welcome to my dad life. Also, just want to shout out, I am streaming here on Mixer as part of the Gamezilla Media gaming community. And just always want to shout them out, because if it wasn't for them and their initial support into what I'm doing, I wouldn't be as far as I am. So I always got to show them love. And in doing so, go ahead, if you're here on Mixer.com/Sean_Flack, go down to the info section to the bottom. You can go ahead and join their Discord. They have a Discord. They also do a live show on Mixer Monday nights. It's 7:30, and I have it at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They do the Gamezilla podcast. And go ahead and check them out. GamezillaMedia.com. They have some great podcasts. But again, the big thing around the gaming is the community that they built, and that'll be in the Discord. All links to all that stuff is going to be in the info section below, including links to my website as well. If you are interested in gaming with any of the streamers, go ahead and head over. And again, he's linked in the info below. Grimlock the Dino. Go ahead and click onto his channel, smash the heart button, and then he's the one that coordinates all the community game nights. And I believe they do community game nights twice a week, or maybe once a week. Anyway, he's the one that coordinates. That's why I always defer to him. And one of the reasons why I bring this up is the gaming community. And I wanted to preface this because Gamezilla Media has just had their 300th episode. And I've been with them for over 100 episodes, because I remember watching their 200th episode. So again, congratulations to them over there. But again, if you go ahead and check that out. They do this thing on Patreon, and they did this episode that talked about the gaming community that was built around gaming, but not just gaming itself, and what gaming has done for some of these people. And in this gaming community is where they have the Discord, and the Discord has a bunch of different channels on there. And in Confessions, they have a Confessions channel where you just confess whatever, like weird stuff. So one of the things that I put inside the Confessions channel was that I know all the lyrics to Wanna Be by the Spice Girls. So good old Ecto Cooler told me to prove it. So challenge is accepted. So stay tuned to the end of the episode, so you don't have to look at me embarrass myself throughout the episode. But if you do want to watch me embarrass myself, wait till the end of the episode. I'll be doing the whole karaoke thing there, And then yeah, so that's the kind of funny special thing that we'll be doing there. So other than that, let's get on with the show. So first of all, we're gonna start off with the good old update. Phat Guy Fitness. I've been sick since last Friday, and just I'm recovering. If you can hear my voice, I'm still a little nasally, so I actually haven't been able to get any workouts in for the last week here. I started feeling sick like last Tuesday, and it's Wednesday night, and so just now recovering. And then, so there's no real big updates in that, but the main thing is that it's still in the forefront of my mind. It's not something that I decided to let go. A couple things with that too. I was on TikTok, and you can find me there, Sean Flack on TikTok, and I found this guy. His name is is it Iron and Modified? I forget. Anyway, dude was 600 pounds, and he's lost 185 pounds. And I love watching him. He's part of like my motivation, watching that. And then his thing too, just like mine is he's hoping that through his journey and putting it on TikTok and putting it out there, that he can inspire other people. Again, some of the same stuff that I would like to do. Again, just by putting us out there and making it more accessible, and for us to be out there and knowing that you're not going to be the only one at the gym embarrassed or whatever the case is. Everybody that goes to the gym, they're working on something. So, don't sit there and think that, oh, these people, they look all good and whatever, but they're working on something too. They're not feeling perfect about something, if it mentally or physically. So I love the fact that he's out there in the gym. He says he goes to the gym 5 days a week. And one of his main things is he's been body shamed before, but he was like, well, you know what? I'm at the gym to work on something I'm working on, and you're at the gym for the same exact thing. So, you're not better than I am. He's not better than them. I love that messaging. I love that positive body image that he's putting out there. So anyway, again, some of the same stuff that I would like to do. Again, if we just go ahead and get this whole mental thing that, it's okay for us to be bigger figures out there, plus size models out there, and it being difficult, that's okay. That's okay. You're not alone. And, everybody's out there. You put yourself in a good environment. Everybody's going to understand what that's about. And that's basically making ourselves better, either mentally or physically. So, yeah, that's the take on that. Besides being sick, that's basically it. Sick, work. It was President's Day this past week. So it was a long weekend. So that gave me enough time to recover as best as I can now. One thing I will have to say, because I always said, if you're not doing something you're willing to lose sleep over, then it's probably not worth doing. So that was like my motivation of like staying up really late, trying to catch up on editing and shooting films and writing stuff up. Because I was like, well, if it's not worth leaving or losing sleep over, then I probably shouldn't be doing it. Well, and I was pushing myself pretty hard. And, the wife, she done pulled my coattail, and she was like, you might not want to hear it, but the fact that you're losing so much sleep and you're running, 8-hour days plus a 2.5-hour commute, that's probably why you got sick. So you probably need to cut back on that. So, again, it's finding balance. Like, I really got tunnel vision, and I really got to take time to, give myself that bedtime, to give myself that, hey, I'm going to have to wait and push that back, and I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to do that and make these adjustments so that I can keep myself healthy, even though I love what I'm doing. And again, I do feel that it is worth losing sleep over. But again, finding balance, finding that, that nice middle point for me to, kind of get my workflow going the way I want it to, getting the good rhythm there, but at the same time, taking care of myself and making sure I don't wipe myself out. So lesson learned, right? Next thing would be Monster Jam. Wow. So, dad life. What can you say? Dad life. This will be me and my son's first Monster Jam, and just kind of a little bit of background story. I am not into big trucks. Like, we own, and I, even though I say we own, my wife drives a 2018 7-inch lifted, 37-inch, she's sitting on 20s, 37-inch wheels, 37-inch by 12.5 MT Pro Comp tires. I mean, the thing is huge. Pro Max cab or whatever. The thing is huge. It's lifted. She loves big trucks, and she cannot lie. Me personally, put me in a nice little rice rocket, and I'm good. So big trucks aren't my thing. So to preface this, I've never been to a Monster Jam before. And let me kind of dial back. This is the second Monster Jam I went to. Not this. So me and my son have gone to 2. And so we're making this like Monster Jam, like his thing. So this episode's really going to be about him and like his little personality and things that him and his mom do. Because, he is a mama's boy. So Monster Jam came to town. And this is the first Monster Jam we went to was an SAP Center in San Jose. And that was called Monster Jam Triple Threat. And that's where they had some monster truck stuff, but they more had little 4-wheel quad races, and then little Polaris dirt races, and then so it was like a 3 event show, I guess you want to call it. And what I think is they do these triple threats because SAP is actually not that big. So I believe they do like the triple threats and those things in smaller arenas. And then so this one was held at the Oakland, I think it's called Ring Central Coliseum. But for us, Oakland natives, it's always just going to be the Coliseum. It's outdoors and it's bigger. So they actually have the full-blown just Monster Jam, not triple threat. So there's going to be a bunch of different things going on. And so there was a lot of competition. So this event was completely different than the one we went to in SAP. It was nothing but monster trucks. It was more monster trucks. We got into the pit party. Got a bunch of good pictures. And my son, he loves it. And my wife never pushed big trucks on him or whatever, but he just loves monster trucks. And so she's so happy he's into it. So when I go into these things, we drop baby girl off, the big guy, he stays at home. We drop baby girl off with grandma, and it's just like really a him and a her. And I'm just there personally to be the photographer. That's the way I look at it. I really love to watch them enjoy this and being able to take the photos and take those candids where she can't have them, but she could have those memories with him and he could have those with her. And it's an awesome thing to see, especially as a dad. So all you dads out there, with kids or, just starting out or whatever, don't forget to do that part. Don't forget to take part in chronicling what mom does with the kids. And I think a lot of the times moms always take the photos. They're the ones always behind the camera. They're always the ones that are like, but don't forget that we should be there and take pictures of them. And if you do that and you really see how happy, my wife and my son, my baby boy, have made this connection with monster trucks to where she loves it. Like she wanted to be, if she knew about monster truck technician school, she would have went to Northwestern Ohio to go to this school so she could work on monster trucks. That's how much she loved monster trucks. But anyway, if you get a chance, as a dad, it's always great to have, your boy and, your girl and have your moments. But let's not forget to find something that mom and son or mom and daughter like to do and be there to chronicle that and be there to experience, the happiness of that. And if you haven't, do it. And then, if you do have the newborns, you do have the toddlers, and you really don't know where that is just yet, that's fine. But look for it. Look for something where you could be that support character at that point, and help chronicle that. And like I said, I do love trucks. I worked on cars my whole life. My dad owned a shop. You guys know this by watching or, reading the blog about them and stuff like that. Or if you listen to previous episodes when I talk about my dad, he worked on cars. And I appreciate that, but I just never loved big trucks. And it's so great to see something my wife is so passionate about, and my son share it, and he gets super excited, and she gets super excited. And it just fills me with so much joy just to be able to watch that happen and them genuinely have a connection that has nothing to do with me. It's just them. So if you ever get a chance, find that thing that they love together and be there to support that. And, But moving on to Monster Jam, it was a great show. It always is. We left a little bit early because the show started a little bit later than what we wanted it to, and we couldn't be gone all day. But again, we had a great time. The food at the Coliseum is definitely, they upped their game a whole lot more than the last time I was there. So they had the corn dogs, they had the fish and chips. Everything was pretty much organized. Everything, the show started on time and everything. So I have no complaints there. Yeah, we went to the pit pass. I got a little sunburnt. I don't know if you can see that on my cheeks here on the mixer, but a little sunburnt on the cheeks. But it was great. It was fun. So, that's it. So, one of the things that I want to start doing that I thought that was going to be pretty cool is, like, if I bring up one of my kids, I want to eventually, like, one day, and this is some real dad life shit right here, one day I'm not going to be here. And when I talk about one of them, I want to talk to one of them. And maybe, one day when I'm not here, or maybe when we're just that much older, he wants to go back and listen to any of the things that I've done before, whatever, they could get like little tidbits of messages. So, to my baby boy, my number one baby boy, my guy, our rainbow baby, just so you know, Dad loves you. Daddy loves you, and he loves the fact that you and Mommy have this bond over monster trucks. And I love seeing you guys together and having so much fun with it and being super excited about it. And I hope that you maintain, this passion for something as positive as this, and that you and your mom could enjoy this together for years to come. And I love seeing you guys and how genuinely happy it makes you guys. And, always just be my cute little guy. And, if you get older and you're listening to this and you're not that cute little guy no more, I'm going to give you a little sa-sa. Or, like you said, go back and look at some of the pictures I took of you guys and, think about those better times and those fun little times and those little experiences you probably don't remember. And that's why it's very important for me to shoot those photos of you guys together like that. Anyway, just want to quick drop that little thing on you, little boy, and just tell you that I love you and I miss you, and you're in bed right now, sleep while I'm staying up late trying to get these things done. And, love you. All right. Okay. So, let's move on to our next section. Excuse me. Hopefully I can, edit that out later on, but maybe not. Let's talk about Holla at Your Homie. Let's move into our next section, Holla at Your Homie. So this one obviously is like family oriented or whatever, because tonight's featured Holla at Your Homie person is gonna be the Wicked Wahine, the wife. If you guys don't know who the Wicked Wahine is, then do you really know me? So my wife has started, she's very creative. She's very crafty. She had a crafting business where she did air plant terrariums, where if you look at, I think it's called under promo videos, if you go to the YouTube page, a little promo video for her. And then she started doing stuff seasonally where she would do some beachy themed things for like Christmas and stuff like that. So she's very crafty. She's very entrepreneurial. I want to make sure I didn't butcher that word. But first and foremost, she's a mom. She is a domestic engineer. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's a, full-time, no days off, no sick days mom that, probably holds a harder physical and mental job than I actually do. And then, of course, doesn't get paid breaks, lunches, or anything like that because she's on call 24/7. So, Mom, the Wicked Wahine, the wife, has the hardest job in the world. Now, if any of you guys know stay-at-home parents, you might think it's a luxury. I will say it's a blessing in disguise. With that being said, there is no turn off the stress key. There is none of that. There is no, again, like I said, no breaks, no lunches, no nothing like that, because she has to be on call 24/7, especially since we do have the smaller toddlers. And then, of course, my teenage son being a headache, there's always a constant stress. So she found a product. She was recommended a product called Happy Coffee, or it's like called Dose. I got to get more information on it. But she has been using this product, which is basically like a functional drink, I believe it's called, and then a natural protein or a natural vitamin called Xanthomax or something like that. Again, don't quote me on a lot of the stuff, because I'm still learning the stuff as she's learning it and things like that, like how it works. But anyway, it's a drink and it's a vitamin, and you use them together, and it's called Dose. And it's like, I don't even want to butcher the stuff. But it's called Happy Coffee. That's what they kind of deem it. And basically, it's a way of balancing your hormones, I believe. So you drink this coffee, and it helps balance out your hormones, gets you, like, I believe it's like dopamine. You know what? Give me 1 second, guys, because I'm just going to go ahead and look it up, because I can't be on this show and just not have it up, because I can't put out wrong information, and that would be not right. Okay, so let's just hit it up real quick. We're gonna do a quick. If you're here live on mixer.com/Sean_Flack, and you'd be able to kind of see the website up. So we're pulling up the Elevocity. Elevocity website that you see right here. If you're on here now, I switched over. It's called the Happy Coffee. It's called Dose. So they say choose a functional beverage, add a nutritional supplement. That was the word I was looking for. Nutritional supplement, and it equals elevate happiness. Now, Dose stands for dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So you pick one of these drinks, you use this additional natural supplement, and then it, elevates happiness. Now, basically, it talks about hormones and things like that. Anyway, this product was introduced to the wife, and she tried it for a month and felt really great. And then, we missed an order for a month, and then she kind of felt how she felt not being on, not taking the dose. And then I think the following month or whatever. And basically, through her experience, it really helped her deal with, some of life's daily stresses, basically. And so with that, she was like, you know what, I really do, what's wrong with this key? I really do support the product. She really, endorsed. She wanted to endorse it. So, she got introduced to it, and then she decided she wanted to go with the entrepreneur side of it. So not only just keep it on order, but then also, make it available and talk about it and have it for anybody that that may need something like this. And it's network marketing. That's what it is, just like a lot of different things are. And but my whole thing is her watching the change in her and her ability to deal with the daily stresses that we deal with. Definitely, I can support it too. Like, I supported it. And so, like I said, as we learn more, I'm going to be pushing it out more. But anyway, my wife's super excited to start this new entrepreneur venture with this product, making this product available to anybody that'd be interested in it. She has a Facebook page called Moody Mermaid Coffee. Moody Mermaid? Yeah, Moody Mermaid Coffee. I'll make sure I get that link in the description, in post. And I'd like for everybody to come out and check her out on Facebook and see what it's about and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. Again, it's something that I really felt after talking to her about it and listening to her own testimonial for it, that it could really help anybody or any parent dealing, that may seem a little overwhelmed, may need a little additional energy or whatever, and then being able to do something that is little to less inconvenient, because it's pretty inconvenient as far as like, getting your daily dose of happy. So yeah, anyway, as I get more information about it, we're going to be posting about it. I'm going to be trying the Zest. So there's 3 different drinks, I believe. And I think they just came out with a fourth one or whatever. But it's Zest, the chocolate, and the coffee or the coffee nitro. So anyway, I'm going to be trying it just to kind of see how that helps me kind of cope with stuff and seeing how that makes me feel, and hopefully be able to provide another testimonial to help with the entrepreneur side of this. And yeah, we'll just kind of take it from there. So holla at the wifey, because she's starting something new and she's super excited about it, and I'm super excited for her. So yeah, just going to go ahead and take that from there. And, like I said, that's basically going to be it for today's episode. If you guys got any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts, again, the first thing you can do is head over to SeanFlack.com, and then I have links to every different way you can get me, either on the website, there's a link to the Twitter account, there's a link to the Instagram account, all that stuff. However you feel like you want to get in contact with me, the best way you can through any of those social media aspects. Again, you can get it on the website as well. If you hit the little chat box that's on the website, it goes directly to my phone, so that's another way to get in contact with me. Again, for any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts, yeah, I'm readily available for that. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to have to, like I said, accept that challenge and kind of just let people kind of know, like, what the deal is with the Spice Girls, because that's just kind of like how it is. So we're going to end the the Dad's Eye podcast with that, and then we'll go ahead and get something else started for this next section. Anyway, thank you for taking time out this week to listen to this week's episode. Again, we just talked about Monster Jam. We talked about that little guy, my little guy. The Phat Guy Fitness update thing, keep that, as long as you got it in your head that that's what you want to continue to do, find inspiration to kind of keep yourself moving and motivated. That's awesome. And then, of course, as always, thank you for all the support. And until the next episode, peace out, homie.